Hello, welcome back to Rev Endurance Sports and another edition of, I guess, on the road product reviews or something like that. So over the last few weeks, maybe 3 weeks now, I've been riding latex tubes inside my Continental 5000 tires, clincher tires. And this Saturday was the longest ride of my 2023 base training, and it was about 8 hours of rolling time with some stop time for some flats, and of course we had to get fluids somewhere at some point on that ride. But what I noticed was this feels a little spongy, a little soft. And so when I got back home, or my shop, my rides start and finish from the shop, I noticed that, even just with my thumb, I could notice a difference in the tire pressure from the start of the ride to now when we are pulling in. And so I started the ride with 90 PSI. The head Ardennes wheels that I'm riding, 90 PSI is the max pressure for them. So that's the pressure I was riding. It's clincher, it's tubed, it feels fine for me, and especially on a steel rim brake bike, it feels very comfortable. So that's 90 PSI, but when I got back, now I'll give you folks about 10 seconds or so to comment down below. Just take a guess. 90 PSI is what I started with. Let's just call it 9 hours, even though it wasn't 9 hours, but I'm still giving you folks some time to make a comment, a guess as to what the tire pressure was. What the tire pressure was when I returned back to the shop and I put a track pump back on it when I got back. So about 8 hours or so of rolling time, some stop time. Let's just call it 9 hours. Have you made your guesses yet? Okay. Both front and rear tires were down to 72 PSI. I'm sorry, 78 PSI. The 2 is because 12. It's 12 PSI that it lost on a let's call it a 9 hour line-to-line ride. So the ride was 125 miles or 200K with 10,000 feet of climbing, so 3,000 or so meters. And, it was a zone 2 ride, so it was, let's get the miles in and not worry about how fast we're riding, just zone 2. So I want to hear from you folks that ride latex tubes, if you've been running them, or how long you've been running latex tubes as opposed to a butyl tube. And what's been your experience with loss of pressure? Now, I did have someone comment about, well, yeah, latex tubes, they leak more air than butyl tubes. And I'm going to have to air up every time I ride. And I said, well, yeah, you air up before every ride anyway, just to make sure that your tire held air overnight. Even if it's not to get to your desired riding pressure, but it's just one of those things you should do. But then there was another comment somewhere else about someone saying, oh, I'm worried about it for longer rides. And I wish I knew who that person was that made that comment. So now I'm concerned because the 200K is that's not a long ride for me once the season starts. We're in December now, December the 5th. So the season will start sometime in January. There's a 200K brevet, and then it'll go on from there. 200K, 300K, 400K, 600K, and then PvP is this year as well. But I also do double centuries, 200 milers, The first one is typically in February, just after Valentine's Day and President's Day, somewhere in between there. So like, I don't know the dates this year, but that's a 200 miler. So even at a fast clip, I've done that sub 11 hours because it only has about 10,000 feet of climbing. So I'm curious, what has been your experience? How many endurance cyclists, long distance cyclists are out there watching my channel, and what's been your experience? So there are going to be folks that say, oh, no problem, I do 50, 60 mile club runs and everything's fine. And I think that that's okay too. Tuesday morning is about a 55 mile ride that I do out of my shop. So about 55 miles, about 4 hours of ride time, about 5,000 feet of climbing. But I want to hear from folks that ride longer than that, and what has been your experience with pressure loss. Okay, that's all for today, but I am curious. Let's start a discussion down below. Latex tubes, what has been your experience with pressure loss? And actually someone else had made a comment, do they puncture easier than a butyl tube? And I really didn't have an answer for that. So I'd like to hear from you folks, what has been your experience with that? Okay, that's all for today. Please like and subscribe. And in the meantime, we'll see you up the road.